Listen very carefully, because right now, I'm about to tell you something most men will never hear, and the few who do hear it won't have the guts to accept it. There is a man living inside your skin who is stealing everything from you. He wakes up in your body every morning. He wastes your hours. He makes your decisions. He scrolls instead of building. He fears risk, fears looking stupid, fears losing the paycheck. He counts pennies until the next salary and tells himself just a little longer and things will get better. Today, that man dies. Today you are going to discover why getting rich is not complicated, not long, and does not require genius. It is brutally simple. Brutal, because it demands you become a different human being. Simple, because the rules have been lying on the surface for 500 years, written by one Florentine who is still feared to this day. I'm talking about Niccolò Machiavelli. At the very end of this video, I will reveal one single passage from chapter 25 of The Prince that 99.9% of people have never applied to money. The passage that turns money from random luck into inevitability. Whoever watches until the last second and starts acting will not recognize his own life in 1 year. If you are ready to stop believing fairy tales about honest hard work and are ready to hear reality without filters, stay until the final word. Let's go. First, let's destroy the biggest lie you've been fed your entire life. The lie goes like this: just work hard, be a good guy, and the world will reward you. This is genocide-level deception. It is the greatest scam ever invented by rulers to control the herd. School doesn't teach money. Parents don't teach money. University doesn't teach money. Your job doesn't teach money. Everything you were taught had one single purpose: to turn you into an obedient, predictable, easily replaceable cog. Machiavelli wrote, "Men are so simple and so much inclined to obey immediate needs that a deceiver will never lack victims for his deceptions." You have been deceived. You let yourself be deceived. And as long as you keep believing the deception, you will stay broke. Rich people never believed that hard work alone leads to wealth. They know wealth equals power, and power is never given to those who ask nicely. Power is taken by those who are willing to play the real game. Right now, open the comments and write exactly one sentence. I no longer believe in fairy tales. Write it. This is your first step toward freedom. Rule number 1 that Machiavelli understood 500 years before us. The poor sell time. The rich buy other people's time. As long as you trade 1 hour of your life for $10, $50, even $500, you are capped by the 24 hours in a day. Even if you work all 24, the ceiling is low. When you start owning, there is no ceiling. One product can be bought by 10 million people. One video can be watched by 1 billion. One property can generate rent forever. One share can grow for decades. You sleep, money works. You travel, money works. You are silent, money works. This is called leverage. The poor think in how much per hour. The rich think in how do I make 1 hour of work pay me for life. Right now, write in the comments, I am starting to build leverage. Write it. This is your promise to yourself. Rule number 2. Money is war. Not with guns. War for attention, for emotions, for human desire. And in this war, the smartest doesn't always win. The one who understands that humans are driven by only 2 forces wins: fear and desire. Machiavelli knew this better than anyone alive. The rich weaponize fear of missing out. The rich weaponize desire to feel superior, powerful, respected. Apple doesn't sell phones. It sells the feeling, I am chosen. Rolex doesn't sell watches. It sells the feeling, I am above you. Lamborghini doesn't sell cars. It sells domination. When you finally understand that people buy emotions, not things, you stop being poor. You start selling dreams. You start selling status. You start selling the version of life people cannot imagine living without. And then money flows like a river. Rule number 3. To get rich, you must become inconvenient. You can no longer be the nice guy for everyone. You will have to say no where you used to say, sure, no problem. You will have to leave parties at 10 p.m. while everyone else is just getting drunk. You will have to wake up at 5 a.m. while your friends sleep until noon. You will have to cut toxic people out of your life, even if they are family, even if they are childhood friends. Every person who drags you backward is an anchor. As long as the anchor is attached, the ship doesn't sail. Machiavelli warned, if you want power, prepare for enemies. Money is power. That means enemies will be everywhere. They will call you greedy. They will say, money changed you. They will whisper behind your back. Envy will pour like acid. But that is the price of freedom, and it is cheap compared to what you gain. Rule number 4. Wealth does not start with money. It starts with a skill that creates value. Without that skill, you are unarmed. The highest paid skills in 2025: sales, closing anything from cold calls to 9-figure deals. Attention creation, content, ads, personal brand. Managing other people's money, investing, funds, trading. System building, automation, delegation, processes. Master 1 to the top 1% level, you will never go hungry. Master 2, you become rich. Master 3, you enter the 0.01%. Rule number 5. The rich don't work harder. They work differently. They build systems. Once, build a sales funnel, a YouTube channel, a rental portfolio, an automated business. Then, money arrives without them. The poor sell their physical presence. The rich sell outcomes that run without their presence. One video can pay for 10 years. One building can feed 3 generations. This is real freedom. Rule number 6, the most painful one. Most people don't actually want to be rich. They want to appear rich. That's why 90% of lottery winners are broke again in 5 years. That's why the nouveau riche buy gold toilets and go bankrupt. That's why the guy who finally hits $500,000 a month immediately leases a Lamborghini and rents a penthouse he can't afford. 1 year later, debt. 2 years later, back to a job. Real rich people don't spend on status. They spend on assets. A car on finance is not an asset. It is a financial grave. A rental property is an asset. A business that runs without you is an asset. Dividend stocks are an asset. Everything that takes money away, liability. Everything that brings money in, asset. Burn this into your brain forever. Right now, ask yourself the question 99% never answer honestly. Do you want to be rich? Or do you want people to think you're rich? Write your honest answer in the comments. No masks. Rule number 7. Money tests character harder than poverty. Poverty makes you suffer. Wealth forces you to choose who you really are. The moment you get serious money, the real tests begin. Will you buy your mom an apartment or a new watch for yourself? Will you lend your best friend $500,000 knowing he'll never pay back? Will you blow it on clubs and clothes or invest in the next deal? Will you stay the same guy or start acting superior? Most fail these tests. That's why most first-generation wealth becomes second-generation poverty. Machiavelli warned, power must not only be taken, it must be kept. Same with money. You must become the man who can say no, who can protect what is his, who can be ruthless when necessary, because the world does not forgive weakness. Rule number 8. To get rich, you must stop thinking like a poor person. Poor thinking sounds like, just let me make it to payday. Health is more important than money. All rich people are thieves. I'm not in it for the money. I'm creative. I can't risk it. I have a family. These are not thoughts. These are excuses. Rich thinking sounds like, how do I make money work for me? What asset can I buy with this cash? Who in my circle is holding me back? How do I 10 times this? What risk am I willing to take so I never regret not taking it? Change the software in your head. The reality outside changes. Rule number 9. Money loves speed. Not get rich quick, speed of decision. The rich decide in minutes. The poor think for months. Saw an opportunity, checked, invested. Done. While you think about it for another week, someone else already took your money. Machiavelli. Wars are won before they are fought. Same with money. Whoever sees, understands, and grabs first wins. Rule number 10. Your circle decides everything. If 5 people around you think like broke people, you will be the 6th. If 5 people around you think like millionaires, you will be the 6th. No exceptions. That's why the rich are extremely careful about who they have coffee with, and the poor drink beer with anyone. Open your contacts right now. Who among them is already where you want to be? If the answer is nobody, start the purge, ruthless and immediate. And now the promised passage from chapter 25 of The Prince that you stayed for. Everyone knows the line, fortune is a woman, and if you wish to keep her, Under it is necessary to beat and ill-use her. But the real bomb comes right after. I conclude, therefore, that, fortune being changeful, and mankind steadfast in their ways, so long as the two are in agreement, men are successful, but unsuccessful when they fall out. And I think it is better to be impetuous than cautious, because fortune is a woman, and to keep her under it is necessary to beat her and force her. She more often lets herself be overcome by men using such methods than by those who proceed coldly. Therefore, always like a woman, she is the friend of the young, because they are less cautious, fiercer, and master her with greater audacity. Translation into money language: money loves the young in spirit. Money loves the bold. Money loves those who act fast, decisive, and without looking back asking, "What if I fail?" Money hates those who will think a bit more, read reviews, ask wife/mom/friends. That's why the biggest fortunes are built either in youth or by people with a young mindset. That's why a 20-year-old with a laptop can outrun a 50-year-old with 2 PhDs. One acts like a predator, the other acts like scared prey. And the line almost nobody reaches. Fortune shows her power where virtue has not prepared to resist her, and thither she turns her forces where she knows that barriers and defenses have not been raised to constrain her. Translation: money flows where the dams are already built, not where someone really wants it, not where someone dreams, but where systems, skills, leverage, team are already in place. That's why lottery millionaires are broke in 5 years. No dams. That's why the guy who built a business for 15 years, even if he goes bankrupt, is back on top in 2 years. The dams are in his head. The real Machiavelli's secret applied to money: become the man who already has dams built, and fortune herself will start working for you. You made it to the end. That means you are no longer one of the 99% who only watch. Do 3 things right now that forever separate you from the herd. Write in the comments the single line from this video that hit you the hardest. Only one, the strongest. Hit like if you understood. Words are over. Only action remains. Send this video to exactly 1 man you are ready to go all the way with. Because real wolves run in packs, not alone. You are no longer the person who started this video. Now go take what's yours. I believe in you. And Machiavelli would too, if he saw that you're ready to become someone else. Act.